Hello everyone, it's me, your boy Perpurple here. I'm going to be talking about everything Darwin related that's been going on in the past while, and basically actually everything Darwin related that's actually ever happened to me and everything that I can think of that's ever been asked of me of Darwin, of blah 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 blah, Darwin related, blah blah blah, that, you know what I mean. Anyway, so let's start with the most popular questions, which is, what are my thoughts on Darwin shutting down? It's a shame. It was really fun while it lasted, you know? Like, I had a lot of fun. I think the time playing it has been really awesome. I don't think, the time I would ever take it back, There were some times definitely where I was like, man, I wish I could just, I'm only 2 hours from the Darwin Developer Studios, like Scavenger Studios. I'm 2 hours, I got some axes, I was like, let's go put some real, like, some patch updates were just like, I accidentally hit the record button, but it's all good. If you continue, I was just talking about axes, murdering them. Not actually, it's a big joke, haha, big funny joke, blah blah blah, no cuts. Wasn't actually a cut, just accidentally hit the space button. I'm gonna press somewhere else so it doesn't actually do that. So anyways, server shutting down, big shame. It was really fun to play it while it lasted. That's it. Now, what am I be doing next? I'll talk about that later, but we'll just go on to the next Darwin question. What are my Darwin settings? I'll just put up a little video, or a little thing right there. Boom, you can go look right there. That's what they are. Right there. I'll go through all of them. There's my volume, there's my whatever, and there's my whatever, and there's my whatever. Ba-boom. Alright. Now, here's another fun question I get asked quite a bit. How do you get lobbies, and what servers do I play in? And what times, what time do I play at? So, how do you get lobbies? You just gotta play Darwin Project, man, and just hope that someone's online, Sometimes it starts with 2 people, and then 3, then 4, then 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, blah, blah, blah. Just whatever, Like, it happens. Yeah, sometimes you get a whole dead day. Sometimes it's like full lobbies the whole day. And then what servers do I play in? Mainly East. Sometimes I'll play in EU for fun. Because it's like, hey, EU brothers? And instead of just like, you're a fake. And it's just like, hey. And they're just like, hey, whoa, wait a second. Because apparently in the EU servers, lots of people use Perpurple. And it's just like, alright, also I realized the glare and it's like, whatever. So, what times? Honestly, the best times, 3 p.m. to like 10, 12 p.m. EST time, Eastern Standard Time. That's around the time you'll get good lobbies. Now, what do I think about the classes? Like, what do I think, like, what is the best class? Well, let's talk about the classes a bit. Well, the glider class, the jetpack class. The jetpack class is, let's just start from like, what do you think is the strongest class, and why? And it's just like, well, I think they're all pretty fair. I think they all have really strong benefits, and I think why the jetpack class is classified as like the most broken, overpowered, blah blah, is because, well, it's kind of goofy. You kind of can do this like quick dash thing really fast, and if you're at a certain range, it's basically a free hit every time. It's 100% a free hit. Like, if they swing and they're at a certain range, it's a free hit. It doesn't matter. Like, they're unless they teleport or jump or do whatever to get out of the space. There's no way to get out of it. The grappler class, pretty fair. I think that's the most like fair class. It's got the crazy mobility. If you know how to like Spider-Man around. I love Spider-Maning. That's the best part about that class. It's way more axe oriented, and it's got that axe boost for all that. And yeah, it's overall probably pretty average, chill class. It's probably the second most played. I'd say actually no, Grappler's probably the most played, Jetpack's probably the second most, and Headhunter, which is my favorite, is probably the most played. Now, like, I know it's like, whoa, Purple, before you said you don't really have a favorite. Well, it's not really have a favorite set. It has Teleport, right? I like Teleport. If Teleport was a class, I would just play that class. It's just whatever Teleport is on is what I like to play. And because Teleport is super utility-wise fun. It like lets you jump up, lets you go close to people and get that quick little teleaxe in, which is like, all you gotta do to do teleaxe is just, you click the teleport on them, and then when you teleport, you just click right away, and then you follow. So it's like, if they're running right, and you teleport on them, hold running right, like if you're like running right, and then swing, like you're following them and swing. Like, it's like there's a delay from your, when you like teleport, your camera like follows behind slowly. So it's like, your character can already be running, and your camera follows as you're already running. It's like, it's just a little, it takes some getting used to, but yeah, it's like the teleport axe swing is super fun to do, and it's like really strong. But The headhunter class is probably low key, like, meta wise, like if say like the best, like base wise, so it's like the axe and the bow, right? Say like the best player, like the bet like Casper fought Casper, like the best players fought the best player. um it wouldn't matter. Like, it's like kind of whatever the situation is. Like, all this game really boils down to, like, nowadays, is really like situation. Like, did you have good positioning? Did you get the first hit? Do you have full gear? Like, there's so many. It's like, well, it's like, no duh, Perpurple. Well, it's like, yeah, I know, but it's like the checklist, and there's kind of like a certain kind of amount of a checklist, and if you have it all, you just win automatically. Casper's kind of a beast at knowing this checklist, and he has a checklist for his tournaments, and that's why that man's got more gold skins than he's got money in the bank, probably. You know what I mean? He's just like, Lamau, look at me on my throne. I made a funny image one time. I'll pop it up. Anyways, so that's what I think about classes. You know, Jetpack, really strong, really strong. It's a noob killer class. Like, it's a noob killer class. Grappler, also really strong. It's really strong mobility. It's got axe damage. It's got like a way to lock people down. Um, Jetpack's just got the mobility. I keep going back and forth. I know I'm not even keeping a straight line. I'm not, you know, this video is just going to be like points, you know, and them talking about stuff. And then Headhunter is just like, you know, chill. And what I practice in particular is just the base game, which is like movement, bow, and axe. And it's just like, if you just practice those three things, and you get like, or like, if you get so good at movement, no one can hit you. If you get so good at axe reflecting, like reflecting an arrow, no one can ever shoot you. If you get so good at arrowing, you'll never miss. And it's just like rock paper scissors, basically. You know, it's just like, that's just the game. And it's like, if you've mastered all of them, then it's like, it doesn't matter what class you play, boys and girls. It like, they're all good. You know, they're all good. So yeah, classes, they're all pretty good. I think classes are chill. But like, so now let's go back to old Darwin. You know, let's compare what I think about old Darwin to new Darwin. Which would I prefer? I don't know why we can't just do both. I don't know. There's many games that have game modes that have, like, you know, here's the old Darwin classic, here's the new. Like, I don't know why we couldn't have both. I did hear word I don't have screenshots of it anymore because my computer's pooped out like 5 times since I've like had screenshots of developers saying things like, "Oh yeah, we promised this in like the Discord," before I was banned from the Discord, Lamau. And but oh crap, yeah, old Darwin. That's right. Talk about old Darwin. My brain just glitched out. Old Darwin, the new Darwin. Wish we had both. You know, like, I really enjoy both. Honestly, they're both pretty fun. Like, they both teach you how to master a lot of different skill sets and how to, and also the fun thing about Darwin, right? It's got such a complex fighting system. Like, I would compare Darwin close to Smash Brothers in the complexity of like Smash Brothers Melee, and like how many options and possible moves you can make, in the counters, and like the big brain plays you can make. Like, it's like, it's seriously like a 3D anime fighting Smash Brothers. You know, it has that epic feeling whenever you like, you really pull off an arrow combo and an axe hit, and dodging an arrow, and then dodging another arrow, and getting an arrow reflect, and then pulling that arrow out of the air, and then fucking hitting them with a headshot. It's like, bro, yeah, I'm the fucking hell yeah. You know, it's good. It's good. So, old Darwin, new Darwin, both good. I think they're both awesome. Next thing, how did I get into Darwin, and why, and what kept me interested in it? That was a question someone asked. I forgot to put down your name. How did I get into Darwin? Oh, I watched Shroud. I watched Shroud play it, like the tournament, like the first tournaments, right, when the game was in like alpha, like super early mode, and the game was out just for like a week before they closed it for like a month, and then they re-released it for beta, and then it was out then. But yeah, I watched Shroud play it because I used to be a big old Shroud fanboy back in the day. You know, Shroud, I don't know what Shroud's up to nowadays, but he's just balling. You know, he's balling with his Rolex. He's balling with his broken arm and still having his human aimbot, basically. You know, he's never cheated. But I want to say Shroud, to that really funny video that's like 45 minutes long that says Shroud cheats. It's like, if you go look into something called flow state, that's like basically explains all the people who look like they're cheating, who are like on another level. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, that's another story. Get back to Darwin. What kept me interested in Darwin now is, well, I'm a Canadian. I live here in Canada. You know, with my maple syrup and my bags of milk. You know, the pretty good stuff. And well, Darwin, it feels like home. It feels honestly like I live in a pretty cold part of Canada. I just live in near Ottawa, Ontario, but a little above it, like a few hours above it. And it's comfy, you know, like it's cold. It's pretty cold, but like right now it's hot and humid as heck. But yeah, it's cold as heck. So sometimes, and it really is. I've seen like what Darwin looks like in real, like you know, hills with icy and trees and stuff, and it's like when I play Darwin, it's like feels so good. You know, I feel like relaxed. It's like a meditation to play that game to me. And so yeah, that's what kept me interested. Is just like it's just chill. It feels like home, and it's got really fun gameplay mechanics. It's got high skill cap. Like the skill cap in Darwin Project is so high. Like a good player is so good that it's like their eyes are closed and they can kill you, and it's just like, how, man? How are they that good? And it's just like, even there's some players that I look at, you may think, well, no way. But I look at and still go, damn, they're good. And I'm going to keep saying this name because I know he's going to watch this video and probably be like, bruh, you don't have to say my name so many damn times. But Casper, you know, my good friend Casper. Also, I hope he doesn't dare be with me. There might be a new video coming out soon. Because I was thinking of doing a podcast sort of thing and start doing more videos that are like more video talking oriented and stuff. Anyways, so yeah, Darwin feels like home. It's got awesome gameplay mechanics. Something that I know people are gonna find hard to believe is the community. I love the community. Like everyone's so cool. Like it really feels like everyone's a main character. Even like the annoying people, you know, everyone's like super cool and it's super fun. It's like everyone's really community, a big family, even the ones that hate each other and toxic. And yeah, gameplay, family, and feels like home. You know, I'd say that's really an apex of what you want in life. Of those few things, like having fun and having a fun place to be around, and then people. You know. Anyways, let's keep going. What else keep me interested? Cosmetics, bro. Oh my, I'm a slut for cosmetics. You know, the gaming community, they say whales. You know, whales, they fund games. You know, the guys who spend like thousands of dollars on video games. Well, I'd say I'm a whale shark. You know, or a killer whale. Yeah, I'm a killer whale because I'm going for them deals. Every time I see a good deal, I know sometimes deals will literally pop up when they like somehow Google or whatever will know. But like deals are so good. Like I play Path of Exile and I love cosmetics so much. I'll put up a screenshot here and there. I love the cosmetics in that game so much. And yeah, shit's so good. And Darwin's got so much cosmetics. Like I'll just pop up some random outfits that I really loved from Darwin cards that I made. Oh yeah, and speaking of Darwin cards, I'll just get to that really fast. I had this little creative spurt at one point, and I was thinking about doing a Patreon, and but I was unsure because I was like, I didn't know where I was heading in life at the time. I was really depressed and not doing well at the time. But now I'm a lot more positive. I'm all for it kind of things. I'm thinking about what to do, and you guys can leave comments below on what you'd be interested in, like what you'd be interested into like getting if I did a Patreon as like a thank you. Like I want to kind of make a Discord, but I don't want to be responsible for a Discord. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of other things, but yeah, Darwin cards were pretty fun while I made them up, and they were fun. I made a season 2, and I was gonna make a whole bunch more, but I just kind of got distracted and all that, and excuse me, got that COVID. No, I'm playing. I'm not sick. I haven't been tested, but I haven't been sick since like anything, and I mean I'm around people and no one else is sick, so everyone's wearing masks where I'm at. I live in a pretty comfy place, a little town near Ottawa, and it's just very Ottawa, Ontario, and it's just very chill, super fucking chill. Please don't fucking come kill my ISP or anything. Anyone who's trying to get out for me. Anyone who's I've ever wronged and is watching this video to try and find something to like get at me, I apologize, dude. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, and you don't deserve the bullshit I like said to you if I said like kill yourself. Like I'll pop up the clip. I know there's like clip out there of me going like kill yourself to someone. Like straight up, man, that's on me. If you don't forgive me, I don't blame you. You know, I'm sorry. You know, that's my bad. I'm sorry towards everyone I've ever been toxic to. I'm sorry, and I'd like to kind of like get past that and also move past like annoying things like, just we're good, like there's no reason to ever hate. I feel like I'm really in a good place in my life now. I really have nothing but love and happiness for everything, so that's why I'm making this video and even showing myself. I'm like, I got like, you know, I got my hair out and stuff. I'm feeling really. Let's make it more wacky and crazy. Make it more crazy. There we go. And I'm just doing good, so that's why I'm making this video talking about Darwin. Anyway, so stay back to Darwin. Duos mode. I played Duos mode for quite a bit. Duos mode is pretty fun. It was really gimmicky. It was hard to like really get into because competitive duos felt really like if you knew how to kill someone, like gimp them really easily. That was that. Like 2 players would just go bop bop bop. That was it. Bop bop bop. Dead. It's just like, and also I'm just saying, but I would have probably won that one Darwin Creator Tournament. Just saying, if it weren't for my partner dying to lava for no reason. He's like such a good player, and he died to lava. Like, bro, you died to lava. You died to lava, and you're like one of the best players in the game. How did you die to lava? Bro. Anyways, so yeah, let's. Oh yeah, and while we're talking about Darwin Tournaments, let's talk about the competitive fun tournament and the fun things that went on in that tournament really fast. All right. I'll bring it up for people who don't know what it is. I'll just do a little thing on the screen. You'll see over my face, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But basically, at one point, there was this little Darwin creator thing. I don't even remember the name of it. I'll have the name of it pop up in a second here. But I don't even remember the name of it. But it was like Darwin creators come enter a tournament, and you enter in by posting some little content bit, blah, blah, blah. And it has to be Darwin related. And it has to be funny. And the bit I entered in the first time, I wasn't even trying to enter in for a bit. People just told me, go enter it in because it's Darwin related. And I was like, well, fuck it, you know, it's funny. And it entered in. They actually allowed it. And it was really crude. And I even tested to see if they noticed. I didn't even bleep one of the swear words in the video. I'll play the video. And it didn't get bleeped. It didn't get bleeped. Like, I didn't bleep it. And they didn't care. Which I'm saying is like, so next time, because the only reason I'm making point of why it matters that if I didn't bleep it and swear it or not is because the next Darwin Creator Tournament that they made, I entered a video in that apparently was too mean. I'll put up a funny thing. It was too mean towards people, so it wasn't allowed. It was just too mean. So feels bad, man. Like my Darwin video was too mean apparently because I made fun of Darwin creators. And the funny thing is, if you look at the comments of the video, some of the other Darwin content creators were like, Lamau, so true, because it's an inside joke. Like, they're all in on it. Like, everyone's laughing together. And, yeah, at some point, there was a little bit of, like, I am banned from the Darwin Discord permanently, and they won't tell me why. And they won't tell me why. Like, I think one time they said, oh, you were toxic, and it's just like, but we cleared that. I stopped being toxic. And they just were like, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you on that. And I was like, okay, then. And then, like, months later, I was like, so about that ban, guys? And they were like, does anyone hear anything? Hey, guys, can you unban me? I don't hear anything. You hear anything? Bella, do you hear anything? No, I don't hear anything. You hear anything? I don't hear anything. Guys, can you unban me, guys? That'd be nice. Can you unban me? Guys? Don't hear nothing. So that was the experience I got. I got cold-shouldered. And I don't blame them because, honestly, Scavenger Studios, if you're watching this, I am sorry for being so toxic too. Holy moly, I was toxic towards most of you, except some of your developers, because I know some of you were just like golden, like you did beautiful, like people who did animations or like did nothing that had nothing to do with like the actual game mechanics. Like, it's none of your fault the game got fucked up, you know? Like, the people whose fault it wasn't fault of, like, I love all of you, and I still love all of you regardless. Like, that's where I'm at, you know? I forgive all of you, and also, I hope you forgive me, and I am super sorry for being rude. I'm going off on a rant again saying how sorry I am. Anyways, back to Darwin. So, Duos mode, it was fun. That was all about Duos mode right there. That was the last thing I talked about. Alright, now, Darwin Glitches. Now, this is the reason why the devs didn't really have a fun time with me, because I constantly made fun of them not patching things. And in the tournament, I even went on a little rant and was like doing the glitch, which is that you could in Darwin Project, an older version, you used to be able to run backwards at the same pace that someone could run forwards. So basically, axe fights were newt because you could never get near someone because they ran just as fast backwards as you did forwards. So axe fighting was completely, there was no skill involved at all, and I was a big like, I want axes, blah, yeah, I'm mad, blah, I want my axes back, give me my axe skill, because they patched a lot of the axes, and they nerfed axes to, like, the ground at one point, and I was just very toxic, and again, sorry for all that, but the Darwin Glitches. Now, let me tell you about all the Darwin Glitches in the game. Ooh, there were so many delicious little glitches, like, not even glitches, but there were just little things like the upswing used to be faster. There used to be this glitch where if you jumped and pulled your bow out, your character would like pull it out behind them and it would be invisible, and your character would all of a sudden be like, you would like, look, you'd be like, you would jump down, right? And your character would, like, you have the bow, right? You'd normally pull it out like this. It'd be like, pull the bow out, but your character would be like, and you'd be like, and then shoot the bow off like that. And it was like, it was the most buggy looking thing in the world. But it worked, and it was like a super little haha tech that I used all the time on really good players, because I'd jump and it'd be like, and shoot the arrow out from like behind me, and it looked fucking funny. I'll put a little clip up of one of my favorite moments of that. Glitches are awesome. That one glitch where you could just like hover around everywhere and just like, it was just for traveling, and that was it. And then the glitch that everyone hates right now, which is that like screaming, which is like, ah! Or it's just like, ah! And you like fly. It's not really glitch. There's like a macro, which you can claim to a guy called Traps Aren't Gay, which is one of the most dedicated Darwin players of all time. But he's been banned like a bajillion times. He's been banned like 118 times, and me and him don't talk anymore. I don't know what he's doing. He's off doing his own thing in life, so I hope he's doing well. And Darwin Glitches, you know, I thank him for a lot of Darwin Glitches. Traps Aren't Gay found basically like, I'd say 95% of glitches before the Darwin devs either patched them or they found them themselves. And there's even some glitches I'd like to think and say that he has hidden and still doesn't show people, that he keeps in his pocket. So when he like makes an account and like, because he can play Darwin for like 10 minutes and then the server bans him. So he'll like use a glitch or something and he'll just get people all go like, what the heck was that? Blah, blah. It's funny, you know? Good stuff. So anyways, let's see, for next. Now, when I stream Darwin, I'm sure some of you might remember a small moment when I streamed Darwin. I might be doing some of that. I'll be doing some streaming possibly in the future. Some in live streaming, some video game streaming, just maybe some live podcast streaming. Who knows? Just, you know, whatever. You know, I'm honestly just doing whatever on this channel. We'll see, like, whatever I may be doing. I might be just talking about memes for all we know, you know? Who knows? So, I streamed Darwin for a bit, and I might be doing some of that more, so... Speaking of streaming and kind of like directing, because they used to have the whole streamer directing interaction, right? And here's something funny. So, I have like 2,000 hours, I think, on Darwin Project. Let me check. I have 2,234 hours, alright? So, about 1,200 of those hours are probably directing. About 300 of those hours are probably like loading between menus and idling, like leaving the game on by accident or just leaving the game on back in the day and being like, hey guys, look at all the hours I have. I'm so proud of all the hours I have. I really care. Look how much hours I have. It really matters. You know, because apparently it matters having a lot of hours when the game first comes out. It really shows how good you are at a game. Anyways, so, and then, yeah, my hours, and then the last, like, 700 hours are probably actually me playing the game. So, I like to think I'm okay at the game, 700 actual hours played, but most of my time I just love directing, because I love watching the way people play, like, the way they think, the way they process, like, a fighting situation, the luck involved, the RNG, the Darwin baloney-ness that happens in a fight sometimes, and sometimes, bro, I've captured some of the most epic fights, just, like, watching some of the best players play, and it's just, like, I've gotten really good at the game because I've watched the best players play so much that I can, like, oh yeah, what would the best player do? What would Casper do right now? Oh, Casper would just shoot the shot and land it. Boo! Headshot. Oh, got the kill. Hell yeah. Oh, what would Slick do right now? He'd fall back and do a perfect axe hit. Oh, hell yeah. What would Go Miniside do right now? He would run away and perfectly jump away from everyone perfectly and avoid everything. But guess what? He would do that like a boss and he'd get his gold skin for it because he's got that good evasion. He's got that good evasion. Not Asian. Evasion. You know, he is Asian, but he's an awesome Asian. And also, I hope his corgi's doing all good. Anyways, off topic. Love all those people I just talked about. So I love directing. Directing's super fun. Spend a lot of my hours just mainly doing that. Now let's talk about the more darker side. I'm gonna put a funny little clip of me telling someone to kill themselves because, man, there was a period in Darwin where I was the worst person. I think, honestly, I am very lucky I did not get permanently banned. I am very, 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 very lucky that I didn't get banned because I like would heal people mid-fight purposely to fuck with them. Pardon my language. I would do everything possible to make a terrible experience for people in Darwin for like a certain while, and it's like, what happened? Why did you do that? Well, there was a day. I'll tell you the exact day. It was like 599 hours of Darwin Project. I remember turning on the hour and going, wow, I'm at the 600 hour mark, and I was positive. I was still positive about Darwin or at the 600 hour mark of playing this game, and or 600 hours on Steam playing this game, right? And what happened was, I played the game, and I played 10 games. I remember I played 10 games, and each one of these games had like every player in the game was like a topped off, like a silver or gold skin, which means they've won or been part of a tournament and they did well. So every lobby in these 10 games had the best players, and it was like, I was the only one who wasn't like, a super good, I didn't have a skin to prove that I was good. I was just like, that wild card, right? That funny wild card pub stomper guy. And I won 3 of those matches out of the 10. And I just remember every single lobby was the worst experience in my life. It was like every person ran away till the very end. It was a scrim, right? It was like scrim matching. Everyone was scrim matching. Everyone wanted to win. And I play for fun, right? I mostly play for fun. Sometimes I'll play to win here and there, right? I'm not going to lie and say I don't. But holy moly, it just broke me. That day when I sat back and I was like, man, 10 games and I'm done. Like, that Darwin, holy, I have to play like that to beat people, which was like running away and playing super tactical, and which is like, Perpurple, that's just playing like a normal good player. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, no, I know, but it's just like, to me, I can't handle that. Apparently, I just can't handle that, and that broke me. That broke me, and I went so toxic because I was like, everyone just runs away. Everyone just holds their arrow. Watch me. I'm so good at this game. Look at me just hold my arrow and shoot someone 4 times in a row. I'm so fucking good at the game, guys. And I would mock players because I didn't find it very skillful, because there's a certain period when you play Darwin where you start to realize how to shoot someone. And like, when you play like actual shooting games, right? It's like, pop, 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 you hit people lots. Well, it's like, in Darwin, you get to a point where it's like, you don't miss anything. Like, you learn that it's like, oh, I get it. Like, you just never miss anymore. So it's like, when you actually fight someone, you're choosing to miss. Now, I'm not saying I choose to miss. I do miss lots. I'm bad and good at the same time. But like, there's a point when you're like, okay, I'm actually gonna win the fight. And it's like, you can just go pop, 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 4 kill. All right, that's fine. Pop, pop. And there's a point where some players go, man, I hate Darwin. It's so boring now. What happened is because they learned this technique where they can just go pop, 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 kill someone. Pop, 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 kill someone. And they go, well, this isn't that fun. Okay, then they'll win like 100 games in a row and go like, I'm the best. And they go like, man, I'm bored of Darwin now. And then they're done with it and they're like bored. And it's just like, I get it, because it's just like arrow holding. It's not arrow holding is bad, but there's a point in every Darwin player's career when you realize when you hold your arrow, you just won't miss your shot. Like, because you'll take one more extra half second. They'll swing their axe and they'll give you that little window when their axe is out where it's like you can hit them. It's like, pop, free hit every single time. And it's like, and also there's that one trick where it's like, when you come in close and you clang, right? You can always just pop every single time. And like, when you learn how easy it is to kill someone after you get certain skills in this game, you start to go, okay, I can't just go pop, 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 pop every single time, because it would be really boring if I just killed everyone like that, because it just becomes a really boring game when, like, there's no effort anymore into the skill. It doesn't feel like effort anymore. It's just like, free kill, free kill, free kill. Look, I can shoot someone. Hey, look, someone. I'm doing a thing right now. Hold on. Alright, anyways, yeah. So, yeah, just, that's the reason why I had such an issue with arrow holding and all that, and why I hated Darwin, is because I just, like, God, competitive play felt so annoying. Like, it's like, oh, all it matters is who's got the one moment of, like, extra arrow holding, and also who has better ping, because if you had, like, under 40 ping, every time you, like, bing, and flung off, poof, and shoot each other, the guy with lower ping, this guy, would win every single time. So you had to get good at arrow reflecting, because you'd have to reflect that motherfucking arrow every single time. So that's why I'm so good at arrow reflecting, because guess what? I had shitty ping back in the day, fighting all these really good players. So the one thing I could do, the only thing I could do versing these good players, was run away and go like, ah, poof, ah, poof, fling the arrows away every time because I'm freaking out. That was the one skill I mastered right off the bat, and then everything came later. And that was, so yeah, so that's basically the, why, pardon my language, why, hold on, let me get a drink. Little intermission. We'll put a little clip or something right now. Alright, we're back. So yeah, Darwin Toxicity. I apologize for all my toxicity, and I am never going to be more toxic in the future. But I mean, if you come at me annoying and say like, Perpurple, fuck you, I'll be like, fuck you too, buddy. Like, you know, you have to also, like, let me explain how to have competitive, fun toxicity, okay? You have to learn how to let go, okay? So it's like, one match you'd be like, fighting me, you'd be like, Perpurple, fuck you, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you piece of shit. It's like, alright, bitch, I'm gonna fucking kill you too. It's like the match ends, you kill me. I'm like, damn, you're a bitch, you know that? They're like, ah, bitch, I killed you. It's like, alright, motherfucker, I'll kill you. And it's like, next time, I kill you, right? Now it's like, aha, motherfucker, I got you. And it's just like, then they get really negative and go like, yeah, you're a piece of shit, dude, you fucking hid behind an axe, blah, 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 blah. Like, guys, shit talk and have fun. Like, to all you people who want to, like, still be toxic and all that and, like, play games, yeah, do it. But have fun about it. Move on. Like, say someone's trash and be like, I acknowledge also you're a really good player because goddamn I had to sweat to kill you in that fight. Like, and sometimes it's like, maybe I didn't have to work out for that fight, but I can acknowledge. Like, acknowledge people. Like, in the fact of, like, not a toxic way, like, yeah, fucking, I want to kill you so bad because I want to kill you and I just want to do it in a game. It's like, sure, that's fun. That sounds fun to me. Like, do it. Let's do it. Let's have a fight. Like, but it's just like toxicity, and I'm going off a little bit more of a rant about toxicity than it should be. Anyways, back to Darwin. Arrow holding, I found it too easy after a certain point. Competitive gameplay just felt really boring. Darwin Tournaments. Let's talk about Darwin Tournaments. Talk about competitive gameplay. They are pretty jokesy. I'd say I don't recall. Like, I can't just remember because I have bad memory for certain things. But there were a few tournaments that were hosted by players, like people, like community players, and they were good. I know those were good, but the majority of tournaments that were hosted were just total busts, man. They were like, they took so long, people would quit, or like people didn't show up. Most of them were pretty bust, you know? That's just what it is, you know? It's hard. I think they should have, you know, I'll just say really fast, really quick, what do I think about Darwin Tournaments? I think we should have just done like 1v1s, have like a certain amount of loot on each player. They have like 1 second of setup, or like a few minutes of setup, or like a 30 seconds of setup time to like build and craft with what the materials they have and like the abilities they've selected. Oh my god, there's a freaking eyelash stuck in my eye. And oh my gosh. Pardon me. And yeah, I think we should have just done like, tournaments in a 1v1 setting instead of like, I know it's a battle royale, but it's like, the battle royale setting in competitive is hard and doesn't make sense for like randomness and skill involved, you know? Like people just like coming in and taking your kill. It's like, well, that's part of the game. It's like, yeah, but it's not determining skill of that. It's just determining skill of who can run around the most and then cherry pick. It's like, who's the best cherry pick? That's what Darwin Tournaments should be called. Who's the best at running away and cherry picking? That's what Darwin Project like is basically in tournament setting. And I don't blame him. Like most. But like there was a few good tournaments. I remember how they did them, but I just remember they were really ran well. And everyone was like, "Yeah, that was great. Everyone do that again." And those ones apparently were never done again. Now let's talk on a really fast on competitive nature. Do I think that Jobobo actually cheated? I made a video on it, but it was a little funny joke. See how where I actually went into pretty big depth, and I don't think he cheated. Nowadays, looking back at that video, Jobobo, buddy, I'm sorry. I'll make this making a little more known video about it. I'll cover why I think you don't cheat, but I don't think Jobobo cheated anymore. I think Jobobo couldn't explain how and why he knew the things in the sense that he has in video games, because I've started to learn about these senses. And I know I'm gonna say this word again, and you're gonna hear me say it here and there, but there's a thing, the flow state. It's insane. If you understand how this stuff how it works inside your own body, it's insane. You can basically be a humanized aimbot like Shroud, or like have the best fighting skill like Mango in a fighting game, or like any skill in any game. You could just watch the best player, or even watch a cheater, and you could just copy it, like, but yourself, with nothing involved, just watching someone play and then being just as good as them. Anyways, that's a weird little topic. I'll just go on from that. So Now, I get to ask this here and there, and I'll just say it because it's like, why not? Who do I think the best Darwin player is? That's a good question. It's a really hard question that I get asked here and there. I know I say Casper a lot, and my ego would be like, my ego wants to be like, me, pick me, pick me, ha ha ha, pick me, I'm the best player, ha, pick me, Perpurple, ha. No, but it's like, who do I think the best player is? Well, there was that one tournament that determined who the it was like it was a bunch of all the players who won tournaments, the gold skins, which is a little thing I use here and there to show the like top players in Darwin. And Slick won that tournament. I know none of you know, probably, or most of you don't know who Slick is, but he was this, I'd say, at maximum peak, probably the most rounded Darwin player. Oh, pardon me, bourbon. Probably the most rounded Darwin player, like the most rounded Darwin player of all time. He's really like rounded. He's super cool. He's dank. He's awesome, and like he's cool. Like if you ever meet Slick, that was like the all-time gold skin and won the champion gold skin tournament. He's a cool guy, and he's like an all-time like he's an all-star. You know, he really is a gaming all-star, and I really hope he's doing well with all his life. And all the gold skins, all the Darwin players, and all you watching this video, I hope you all are aspiring to do your best and doing your best. All right. Anyway, so who I think the best Darwin player is, I think at the very peak of performance, I think Slick in a 1v1 can beat anyone. I think he had the best aim, he had the best game sense, he had the best movement, he had the best axe, he had the best arrow. He used traps, he was good at utility, he used everything. He was like a 10 out of 10 with everything. I know, Slick, I'm stroking your ego right now, but that's what I think, honestly, at the peak of performance. But it's like, nowadays, who I think, like, best, it's like, I think everyone has the potential to be the best Darwin player. It's like, it's really up to you if you are in the best mood to be your best Darwin player or not, and who you're fighting, you know? So, yeah, Slick is epic, and I think everyone else is epic, and I think anyone can reach this potential of, like, basically Slick or be as good as me, because you guys all think I'm really good. I know I go like, I'm not that good, but that's just, you know, the fucking people don't like being like, I'm good at the game. It's like, I just really enjoy playing Darwin. That's the trick, you know, the trick to having fun and enjoying Darwin for a long time is just having fun. And for me, you know, the whole home thing with friends, and I really enjoy the feeling of it. That's what really did it for me. So, yeah, the trick to enjoying Darwin is just really having fun and making fun for yourself. And it's like, I have fun in all different kinds of ways. Like I say, when people ask me, you know, did you win the match? Did you win the match? Like every time after the next match, did you win the match? It's like, yeah, I won every time. It's like, and then someone will go, wait, you lost the match though. Hey, I spectated. You lost that too. What's his name? It's like, oh yeah, no, I didn't actually win the match, but I won the match to myself. It's like, what did you do? It's like, well, all I wanted to do was run around and collect wood. It's just like, I had a really fun time running around and collecting wood. It's like that basic. I use Darwin as like a meditation tool for relaxing and just enjoying. Like, if you put jack the sound on Darwin, turn the music off, put some nice headset on, you know, and listen. Oh yeah, I have these on so I don't hear myself. These are really cancel out my audio, so I don't like hear myself talk because I have these on to make sure audio's good. That doesn't make sense. Don't worry about that. Anyways, so now let's see. What do I miss about old Darwin? And not necessarily what. I'm going on to the next question. What am I missing about old Darwin? I miss probably, man, I really just miss, all the people, you know? That's probably what I miss the most. All the really good players that stayed for a long time, and then just basically left when New Darwin came out completely. This was like, nah, fuck that. Like, I kind of miss the old community the most. The old Darwin, I missed the old community and the map. I kind of miss. There was a map used to just stay the same. It didn't like randomize all the time. That was a big thing a lot of people wanted. But I really like the randomized map. Like I like it more. But I kind of really miss the classic map. You know, like if you knew that map really well, you could really play that map with your eyes closed and know every nook and cranny that someone could hide in, and like know the exact spot to shoot someone, and like know exactly where to run for the fastest route. Like, it was nice to have a map that always stayed the same, you know? It's nice to have those. What I enjoy about Darwin the most? Reflecting arrows. I love reflecting arrows. You know, it's like you know, I'm a sucker for anime. I'm a sucker for, not anime. I'm a sucker for cool anime fights, you know? I'm a sucker for that when the hero is like gets shot at and they like grab the arrow midair and go like, you did they just shoot me? And it's just like, they shoot like again. It's just like it's like you catch all those ones, and it's just like they really shooting me. It's like that's what it feels like, you know. It's got that Darwin's got that epic anime feel. And it's like when I reflect that arrow, and it's just like I'm just walking by and I see someone over there, and it's just like watch this. It's just like I pretend like I don't see him and go, ching. The second they shoot at me, it's just like catching the air. It's like how's it going? And they're just like holy shit, you know. That shit's fucking hilarious. That never gets old. That's funny as hell. So that's why I love. That's probably what I enjoy the most about Darwin is reflecting arrows. It's on top of one of the most annoying things to learn to do. It's really satisfying when you get really good at it. And I remember the first time I saw someone reflect an arrow multiple times in a row. Multiply. Just made a word up, boys. It was like, what? He just reflected an arrow, and then he what? That's so cool, you know. It's just so yeah. Getting to the end of this video, getting to the 40-minute mark. It's gonna be a pretty long video. Or it's already past 40 minutes. Damn. Get to 42. Yeah. What am I gonna be doing after Darwin? I'm doing it, you know. I'm having fun. I'm gonna be making a lot of weird, different videos, kind of like different sorts with different style things going on. Maybe a podcast, maybe an interview with here and people of Darwin Project, maybe Darwin Project videos, you know, other videos. I'm gonna make another video talk about all the other topics and stuff, but this is just a video to talk about the fly just flying around. That's talking about all the things related to Darwin, so that's what I'm talking about in this video. But what's happening after Darwin? Yeah, I'm just doing it, you know, I'm just having fun. I'm playing, I'll let you know what my Steam playlist looks like. I got Path of Exile, No Man's Sky, and Super Animal Royale. And it's like, I'm pretty, oh yeah, and Darwin Project, I think I just said that. Anyone else? I was playing a little bit of Risk of Rain 2, that's fun. I've been playing a lot of Smash Brothers with a friend. I posted his stream in like a recent post. You can go watch him here. He's cool. He's like the coolest bro. I'm gonna do an interview, a podcast with him sooner than later. Yeah, I think that's everything Darwin related. I think that's everything covered. Let's see. Servers being closed down. Yeah, I know. Oh, servers are being closed down at the end of the year. If anyone doesn't know, if you've stayed this long, servers. How do I still play this game? I just do. It's fun. I'm doing next. I already said that. Servers. How to get lobbies? Just play. You know, I know how long it took for you to get here. It took you a while. I know. Hey, for everyone who's still here, I'll put in a little special meme or something, or a little link somewhere in the screen right now. If you type it in, it'll bring you somewhere cool or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'll put up a funny meme image right now. Oh, it was a funny question. Last question. One of the last questions. How do I deal with hackers? So I'm assuming people who are saying like Darwin, people who are doing like a macro. Just treat it like you're fighting like a boss, you know? Anytime you're fighting a hacker, just be like, alright, I know you have unbelievable skill and ability and there's no chance of me winning, but I'm going to try and beat you. And just try and beat him, you know? Try and think of how you can beat someone who's got like perfect aim or someone who will never miss something. Like, I've watched top Darwin players beat hackers that had aimbot because they could just reflect the arrow because hackers don't know how to out-time their arrows. That it doesn't make sense. So top players would just walk at them and reflect the arrow. It's funny as heck. So yeah, let's make sure I covered everything. Darwin settings. Yeah, thoughts of Darwin settings, classes. You know, thanks for everything, Darwin. Thanks for everyone watching. Y'all have a nice day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment on what kind of things you want to see. Because I like if you're like, make a video about you talking about flowers while walking down the street from your house, or I don't know, make a video about playing Darwin Project and then talk about life, or I don't know. Like obviously I can't. My brain is so simple. I can't even think of things outside my very basic world. Like I just said, just very simple things. You know, just ask questions, whatever you want to ask, and I'll probably do a live stream sooner than later, so you guys can really just live stream ask me whatever. So, thank you again for watching this video, and you guys have a nice day.